Oh, wow.
Go tit. Go tit. All righty. Let me get done there, right? All righty, y'all. Peace and greetings. Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey, here in Morocco at northwest of Mexum. How are you? Namaste to you and my magnificent, beloved brothers, in whom I'm well pleased. They are.
Islam. I am Terrell Tamari Bey. How are you?
Oh, all is well. I'm Benjamin Bey. Peace and greetings to you all out there.
And in the box with a few added devices from me and my bro, we have our beloved brother in whom we're well pleased, and he is.
What's happening, Brother Hasan Ghaziel?
Hey, what's happening? Right.
Hilarious.
All right. Well, that's just we're just kidding, guys. We're not Negroes and pheasants. All righty. We're just having a little fun. All righty. However, let me speak to something that is serious first before we get everything we're doing actually is serious. I just think it's hitting a little more home, and since I do have the the means to, and I and my brothers have the platform necessary, and I'm always open for correction, whether in public and or private. So don't laugh too hard. Stop, Brother Terrell, stop. So with that being said, the eye roll, right? Because you're my ascendant twin, right? So with that being said, certain things when you do it, it's just like, oh, there you go. I know, right? But I'm just saying, in all seriousness, because I know sometimes I get taken as arrogant, right? Pompous. My way is the only way.
You pompous.
Right? My way is the only way. People have no clue how much I look for correction, make sure my concepts are correct. Because when I go to share things, I'm sharing things based on my experience, as well as me actually seeing why something is not. I look for the truth, the whole truth, and the short truth in a thing. The truth is what it is. The whole truth is what it does, like what it is and what it does, right? You're giving the specifications of it. You're giving form, function, and purpose when you're giving the whole truth. When you're giving the short truth is what it is not. And so a lot of times I have that mindset being having the experience some dimensions ago, as far as cycles are concerned when speaking time, right? I am seeing that being a so-called certified HVAC technician parallels in when I, go to check any other quote unquote disciplines as far as areas pertaining to study. So what I prefer to do is make sure, and I usually give, a fair way of expressing myself in text. And what I see is a pattern of self-reflection that immediately rears its head. And usually this is the problem with social media, applications everywhere. Normally, people don't exercise universal apprentice hall, exercises, so to speak. You don't have to be a part of an actual physical universal apprentice hall building as much as you comprehend the principle pertaining to that for which it stands in its inception based on principle. See how I said that? So with that being said, it is clear, and I'm clear, that, my mother did not tolerate lying. So when I got my ass whipped when I was younger, to a point where now that I reflect now that I'm a little wiser, just a little wiser, that I can actually see that I'm thankful for those ass whippings. because in those moments, it now shapes me being sincere. Now, what I cannot be is a slave to the way people may presume I am coming across in text. So normally I don't like to text things. So what I like to do normally, and I'm speaking to something out there, not just something directly or specific with me, I'm speaking to something that I see on social media everywhere. Right? So what we know we stand on is the principles pertaining to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So normally when we're speaking to people, we know that there's a worldwide expression that most people express that's not like how I express myself. I express myself the way I express myself based on me correcting my character based on how I see fit for myself, so that I can be comfortable within this temple that I'm in. And when I say temple, I mean this body, because my soul is sitting here. And the body is just the vehicle transporting, or the conveyance transporting. And within that soul is the causal being, or what's termed spirit. That's how I see me. So when I'm sharing, I look for the bestest in others and give the bestest in me. A lot of times I see people take it as if it's something else. And I get it. I totally do get it. Until people actually hear me, speak with me, see, look me in the eye, and really let me take you to the documentation in which I'm analyzing. And then if there's something you can show me to correct me, I'm open for the correction. So for my discovery, I can further my knowledge base. And then maybe I can go, oh, okay, I can see that. Now I can, be wise and change my mind. I can repent. I can metanoia. In the Greek, metanoia is changing your mind. Meta, change, noia, mind, right? So with that being said, we have to stop living a victim mindset. A lot of times we will take positions as a people on the planet. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm offended. Oh, that hurt. Why do you say it like that? However, your ear isn't hearing the word that I'm saying in a text. And that's how realistic I am actually with a lot of things, because when I get to a point within my human self, or I'll say that for just like, well, let me say this, my sentient self. So strike that from the record. I will I will correct myself here. And in correcting myself, look right there, look, hey, open for correction. This sentient being here, when there's a chance where the lower self wants the bubble, I go, hold on, let's speak, so that we can hear and or see one another. And I'm just telling you guys, we would be able to solve a lot of issues on the planet provided we get back to the universal apprentice hall principles. Period. We get back to the universal apprentice hall principles. I guarantee that we will have a mindset that thinks about the entire planet and those beings that are to come in times to manifest. We won't have such a self-serving way about going about things. And I've been able to learn a lot from my brothers, despite Brother Hasan starting off 7HealStar, 7HealStar. Anytime you see 7HealStar post, it is on behalf of my brothers. If they ever go, hey man, I ain't like that, I'll be honest, Brother Benjamin, correct me. I remember I did a post with Sweet Home Alabama with Brother Benjamin, right? And he was like, hey man, like, oh, that one, right? And I was just like, I said, look, I ain't knocking it, I get it. However, it's genius, because who doesn't like Sweet Home Alabama, really? Like when it kind of, because it's designed to make you, hold on. Why am I, hold on, I'm not supposed to be, hold on, I'm supposed to be Leonard Skinnering it over here. I'm just, however, I thought it was genius because I know that we're universal. However, I did listen to my bro, and then I said, hey, do you want me to take it down? And your reply?
No, I don't think I said take it down now. But I just like me. I think I said when I think of Benjamin, I don't think Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He explained what he explained. He was like, me being from where I'm from, and then like us being Moor, it would click, and that is a universal song, regardless of how Benjamin feels about it or not. I can't be like, oh, I'll do it. Like, no, like that would be me not thinking about the planet, if you think about it, because we all are one, and it's a pretty good tune, but this is me. I was like, and he not allowed me, but we get to like speak about like, maybe that doesn't really be in harmony with you, get to do that to bring balance and harmony. So if I would like kept something like that in, like, and then later on down, I'm a buster because I didn't express how I felt in the moment with my brother face to face, because we're speaking. He's like, I'm like, I don't know, bro. That one is kind of, but I yield.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm thinking like even before I did that post, because I can kind of reflect back on the emotions I was feeling in that moment. And I'm sitting there like my higher self is like, this is genius, right? And the black hooded Kermit lower self was like, man, they gonna think y'all corny, right? And I was like, oh, right. I was like, oh, which one outweighs? And higher self was like, yeah. I was like, sorry, corny. Higher self wins. And then I posted it. You know what I'm saying? However, I had a conflicting moment. I was almost at indifferent. You know what I mean? But I was like, I weighed it out a little more in my head. I measured twice, maybe thrice. And I was like, yeah, I'm going with Sweet Home Alabama because I don't think Boys in the Hood when I hear Sweet Home Alabama. I don't think, and I'm not saying anybody thinks that with us. However, we have an international platform being on YouTube. And there's people that are in these spacesuits termed, these land conveyances called bodies, right? A lot of times, this make and model here gets a bad reputation publicly. It usually only gets a reputation that can shake its derriere parts, as well as bicker and argue in public. And a lot of times conflict resolution isn't paramount in, this make and models. Most of where this make and model exists, conflict resolution isn't normally cool and or popular. So in one, what we're doing as, loving mentalists, so to speak, when you're doing like advertising with, audio and visual, it's like, okay, well, what's something that, because it's bad enough people think, oh, like, think about it. We're in this make and model and we're doing astrology publicly to the world. Yeah, we want to be offensive. That's what we're going for. That's the image that no, that's not the image we're going for at all. That's not who we are.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, that's not even who we like. And I'm so freaking sensitive that, I know my bros would actually kind of like feel if I was doing something that I really didn't even feel for real, because I wouldn't even be able to explain, my heart about it. So that's why a lot of stuff I put out, if my heart's not behind it, I'm not doing it. If love and joy is not backed by my toil, I'm not doing it, period. So I'm glad we got that little monologue out. Actually, we're going to get right into the calendar. Let me actually bring the calendar up, actually. Give me one moment, you guys.
Go Gadget Astrology.
Yeah, go Gadget Astrology for real.
I seen a guy like that yesterday. He had a trench coat on, these like neon orange shoes, these like lime green pants and some shades and a mask. And what is that, fedora? I'm like, bro, I'm really nervous. It's like 80 degrees outside. What is going on, man? What are you doing? What is this? You really look like the Go Gadget man. And he had gloves on. I'm sorry. Earth is a great place, I just like to say.
I really do love, I really do love the fact that we know the history pertaining to this planet, and we have, our quote unquote, own libraries within our domiciles physically, and then we have our own private library digitally also, to be an extension therefrom, and for extension from our physical one there too, in terms of the digital one. And just to really be able to refer to it, and anything that pops up that come across our eyes, our minds, being able to go back into the basic studies pertaining to what Prophet Noble Drew Ali has brought us, pertaining to reminding us who we are. That is not complicated. I think people just enjoy participating in slavery. That's the difference between a people and a person. A person is slavery. That's a slavery term, right? That's something that goes within commerce. Trading in persons, right? So to speak, just conceptually speaking, right? But there's nothing wrong with having a corporation to do, as long as you're in honor from the jump. So where do you in honor from? Okay, the maxim is the mother's status determines the child's status. So now, if we look at mother here as the creator or the maker of a quote unquote corporation, and in this sense, trust, right? You know that we organized in 1926, being Moor's Holy Temple of Science. All right, now that's, Hasan, you weren't there. That's over 100 years ago. At the end of the day, I'm going back to that mindset pertaining to my ancient foremothers and forefathers, and I'm starting with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So let me go and time travel, because time travelers time travel. And the best way to do that is reading the high story, the history, right? I mean, it's not low story. Can they call it low story? No, because it's his story, Aki. You know what I'm saying? I know what Reconstruction is, and then I know when it took place, and then I look for times prior to Reconstruction. I look for, certain things in certain libraries. So I do my best to do my due diligence to make sure I am not sanctioning, that which will take us back to, being in honor on the planet in general. So if you guys go out there and do anything, right, that's quote unquote corporate, then you have the Midas touch. Because if you're in honor from your inception, then whatever you touch and or do will be in honor, because you will not blemish the root by even the action through your corporate conduit. That's all I'm saying. It's really simple. The only reason I'm even saying it simple, even on this platform, is because I know when people come to hear the astrology, and those that I'm going to share it with in different social media platforms on purpose, it is clear where I'm getting to before I even get to this. And I cannot change, the way I sound, because I know that I'm not intending to do what your feelings are seeming to paint, right? And I'm going to ask Brother Jag, any correction for me? You're muted. Any correction for me, my brother?
You're clear, sir. You're clear.
All righty.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, because I know y'all wouldn't just, they just saying that because they are part of the firm. No
cheese eating.
You wouldn't know actually.
Check me. I think the stricter ones out of the five of us are Brother Corey and Brother Terrell, to be very honest with you. And I'm not saying they're mean. I know that they're stricter than you guys think I am. And because they love what Prophet Noble Drew Ali has brought. They honor Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I know it. I see it. So that's really what it is, guys. You know what I mean? In the world, people that are in honor in the world honor Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He's a universal prophet. He just came to us first. Came to us Moors first because we needed him the most. Welcome to our 7HealStar Astro Calendar, March Aries 2022 to February Pisces 2023. Time never was when man was not. We're quoting El Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And we are looking at the moon cycle, or the month, turn to the fire sign Aries, where it begins. All right, the ram, ruled by Mars, and the earth sign Taurus, the bull, ruled by Venus. All righty, and right now we are going to give our diverse testimonies for the 21st April 2022 to the 27th April 2022. All right. So with that being said, what I have here, I see that it is for the 21st, it is I, Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey. The 22nd, it will be Brother Benjamin Bey. Brother Terrell has the 23rd. And Brother Terrell has also the 24th, right? The Orthodox Easter, right? Guys, go and check that Veritas file that are all a part of Prophet Noble Drew Ali University and have access to our astrology library there, right? Within Prophet Noble Drew Ali University. Remember, what's the tuition to get in Prophet Noble Drew Ali University? The eleemosynary tuition is your email. All right, that's really what it is. That's it. I'm just saying, it really is for Prophet Noble Drew Ali University. However, if you want, our workshops and things that we've done for 7HealStar Astrology Firm, that is an eleemosynary tuition at 27 units per video. All righty, because it's an actual product that you will be able to have access to, download, keep to yourself, put on any other medium for saving. All righty. So with that being said, Brother Terrell has the 24th, Brother Benjamin the 25th, I for the 26th, and then Brother Terrell closes us out for the 27th. Brother Terrell has the load today, y'all. All righty. He has quite the load. All right. However, we are here in support. All righty. And I am to yieldeth for one moment. Let's see. Who is? Oh, actually, I'm first today. And I doing a half and half, right? I yield actually on that portion. I'm doing a half and half today, pertaining to a little something written, but I'm not going to go into too much explanation of what my report is. And a little mix of freestyle Wednesday-ish-ness. Having a little fun, just, trying different, angles of giving testimony. So here we go. Let me grab this here. All right.
Oh, yeah. That was it. All right.
Brother Jack, how you get so fly?
Y'all hilarious.
Oh my goodness. What?
Hilarious.
Valerio.
Super, right? All righty, here we go. So, with that being said, sunrise for the 21st April 2022, Thursday, 0600 hours, 25 minutes, 23 seconds thereafter. All righty, we have the sun conjunct the ascendant here, term sunrise. At 1 degree Taurus, 18 minutes. All right. Venus there in the 11th house, being ruled over by Saturn. However, she's exalted in Pisces, of course, 10 degrees away, or less than 10 degrees away from her exaltation degree, at 27 degrees Pisces. So you guys are definitely finding some reflection in your friends at sunrise. Maybe have some things on your mind from the night before. Also, Uranus on the rise too. Look at that. Okay. Very interesting. Some telepathic communications almost. Maybe people are considering developing, or trying to start to develop telepathic communications. Very interesting. All righty. Let I doeth thiseth right here. For my first testimony, I have a solar lunar trine here. It's actually happening previous to sunrise, if I'm not mistaken. It's happening at 0100 hours, 42 minutes, 44 seconds. All righty, and so we have the sun, all right, in Taurus, in the third house, in the third lunar mansion. All righty, and it's in a harmony aspect. All righty, it is actually what people would call actually an applying, quote unquote, aspect. All right, approaching, right? It's not, it's not in front of the sun separating and trying. It's approaching, right, after the full moon. So with that being said, see the sun, pardon me, let me actually start over. We see the sun in Taurus in the third house, in the third lunar mansion, in a harmonious aspect with the moon in Capricorn in the 12th house, in the 22nd lunar mansion. All right. Now, what I'm really just going to go in on here is this is where I'm just going to freestyle for Wednesday. I just gave you a little detail there, but I'm just going to actually just go in here on my just intuition, because I really just see some patterns that's starting to pop up. So usually when I start seeing patterns, I kind of like to observe other things that are happening as I'm giving testimony. So, and then my bros can back me up at will. All right. So what I'm really seeing here, we're really allowing ourselves here, and this is it right after the moon rise. All right, and we're allowing ourselves to really discipline. And I know you're thinking like, this is at this time, I will pay attention probably to if we're resting and there are images and we're having it in our mind, or quote unquote dreaming, people who are astral traveling. I think this is where you'll be able to really, structure some actual discipline for yourself, where you're really seeing how others actually could see things. Some would say, Capricorn is, one of the, and I'm not really knocking it when really considering it, the moon being in Capricorn is not the best place for the moon to be. All righty. Some would even say it's the worst. Right. And we know what today is, so we know that Adolf Hitler has the moon in Capricorn. All right. So it's really I see it though, however, with Jupiter ruling the house that the moon is in at this moment, and Mars ruling the house that the sun is in that moment. And seeing that, both Jupiter and Mars are in Pisces, however, they're all under the dispositorship of Saturn. And interestingly, Saturn has the highest dignity at this time, along with Jupiter. So with that being said, I'm really looking at the fact that I think even if people are like not really resting at this time and maybe on the internet, they're really studying astrology hardcore. Like, even though it's 1:42:44 near the Maryland State Republic, it's hours earlier other places and hours later other places as this transit is being perceived from this jurisdiction. So with that being taken into account here on the Northern Hemisphere, doing this Northern Hemisphere astrology, I am also seeing that we'll be able to grasp communications that may have been seemingly hidden, or communications that will better us, improve us, quote unquote. That's a product of discipline. Doesn't mean that it has to necessarily be harsh or hardcore or anything like that. Nor does it have to be perceived as such. So there's a harmony between the dictates pertaining to the soul and the actual ego and personality. All right. The ego and personality is underground. And the most malefic planet for a nighttime chart with the moon above the horizon is Saturn. And it's ruling over the dispositor for the sun, which is the least malefic planet on the nocturnal team. However, the moon is within a house where the dispositor for the sun, the final dispositor for the sun, the moon is in that final dispositor's joy in the 12th, pertaining to bad spirit. So maybe there's something that one could, really allow themselves to see. Okay, I can see that. It's near the Baltimore Corporation. Maybe that's for you, Hasan. Maybe there's some concepts I can correct. And I'm open to concept correction so that I can further assist and uplift and fallen humanity. So if the emotion has to be structured a certain way, or the subconscious mind is taking on things that are more essential for, world affairs, 12th house on Sagittarius, right? Then maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to communicate those things from the heart, being the wounded healer, able to expand on those things by utilizing it within the astrology also. Islam, I yield on that. And continuing, right? Because I know we speak to a specific audience. However, at the same time, we're speaking also universal. So the specific audience is the universal audience to whom we speak, and those that are erudite in continuing to, analyze the record and improve themselves. The next one for the record is we have a lunar Martian sextile. Lunar Martian sextile. That's next. And that is occurring on the 21st April 2022. That is Thursday, 0700 hours, 52 minutes and 34 seconds, just right after sunrise. All right. About an hour, almost an hour and a half after sunrise, an hour and 27 minutes after sunrise. You can tell that the sun's almost about to hit the 11th house. Then Placidus charts, each planet spends about 2 hours in each house. That's the genius behind Placidus house system. With that being said, and moving forward, again, who has the highest dignity in the chart here? Saturn, Saturn is at an 8. Jupiter's at a 5. And it looks like Venus is at a 7. Is that Venus at a 7? Venus at a 7. All right. Hey. All righty, here we actually have, like I said, this lunar Martian sextile here. And with the lunar Martian sextile, all right, lunar Martian sextile. Luna is in Capricorn in the 8th house in the 22nd lunar mansion. Sextiling Mars in Pisces in the 10th house in the 27th lunar mansion. All righty, and I really see there being an opportunity for one to really bring forth, the values in relating one's status in a very regal fashion, and where one could actually, give their expression in a way without being so subliminally malevolent. Allow yourself to augment your energies in a way where they really show the full intention. I'm really going off of insight here and intuition so that I can speak to what I'm seeing, even with Jupiter ruling the 11th house, ruling over the moon, Saturn ruling over Mars. So Saturn is actually an accidental dignity in the 10th, enjoying the dispositorship pertaining to Saturn, because Saturn is his ruler for the sign within which it is exalted, which is Capricorn. So I would find that the sextile here between Luna and Mars would bring forth a means for one to really show the value in your status. Let the people really inherit the things that you can communicate from your standing, and show them how they can actually use it, so that we can actually slowly but surely come to, a collective reasoning in how we really look forward in caring for the entire planet, especially for those beings that are to manifest in dimensions to come, quote unquote, times to come. All right. Any correction there from my bros? Any one of y'all? Going once, going twice, thrice. All righty, I'll move on. We have a lunar Uranian trine here. And this is my final testimony. Lunar Uranian trine for the 21st April 2022, Thursday, Ilowa Saki Il. Ilowa Saki Il for Thursday. That's Jupiter day. And at this time, it'll be the Mars hour. At 2300 hours, 18 minutes, 6 seconds. All righty. We have Luna in Capricorn in the first house in the 23rd lunar mansion. All righty. With Uranus in Taurus. All righty. Uranus is in Taurus in the 5th house in the 4th lunar mansion. All righty. And what I'm it's funny, the 4th lunar mansion is like pest control. And it's interesting. It's the 5th house. So really being able to find, it's like mothers finding something constructive for the children to do. That's the first image that just came to my head. Really finding something constructive for the children to do. So there may be like online activities that mothers have found. I think probably I guess online coloring comes to mind for some reason, being able to fill in pictures, or people maybe really allowing their children to, utilize like the pens for their tablets. There may be more and more people having tablets with pens so that they can actually, write. It's almost like being able to be innovative with something that's practical and however allows you to be creative at the same time. And interestingly, midpointing that within the 3rd house is Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. So you're actively finding beauty in a way to institute these things as far as the merging of the way of securing yourself, essentially securing yourself with the harmonies pertaining to sharing your creative values. So how are you doing that? You're instituting some active form of beauty in doing so. So you may write, draw. Some people may be doing other projects with audio and or visual on some digital device, of course. So this trine here just speaks like, a pen and a tablet, of some sort. So that's just kind of how I see that. Collectively speaking, however, I just think that when it comes to the people really sharing, some things, from, you know, if there's some things that you find that you've structured yourself with and your subconscious mind would enjoy, you know, bringing it, you know, to the world, to public form, then I'm really seeing that, you know, this will be a really great time to allow yourself to have that seemingly fated interaction and be able to, you know, communicate the values and how you can relate that which structures yourself and your subconscious mind with those that you can relate with in the world and maybe even collectively, so that your innovative, creative things that you're bringing to show the beauty and the value, maybe it's some form of art that's also mixed with science, you can actually be able to bring to light some things that you think are seemingly not communicated. However, allow yourself to communicate those things because it is leading to the forefront pertaining to your destiny. It's leading to the forefront pertaining to you. So that's on the collective scale. All righty, guys, do it afraid kind of is the theme for that, you know, if you want to look at it on a collective scale like that, along with being creative on your digital pen tablet devices. All right. And with that, my beloved brothers, in whom I'm well pleased, I will use my stylus even further to yield the floor and bring up the solar ascendant conjunction to Brother Benjamin Bey, Islam.
Sextile Venus, my first one. Yeah, Moon sextile Venus as the moon is still in Capricorn.
Okay, moon sextile Venus. My apologies. I brought up the sunrise. Hey.
I'll say it. Yeah, I actually have. Friday, Holy Day, April 22nd, 2020, 6:24. This is the day of Venus, looks like. Oh, yeah. 2022. Yeah, I'm reading the thing over there. Baltimore, Maryland. And we are here to talk about the first delineation, which is the moon sextiling Venus at 6:42.
Hold on. Two. Okay, there we go. Got it. Yeah.
All right. I'll give it my delineation. So, like, if I say like it's like in the third house, it's from my point of view. So it'd be like the fourth house here, but the energies will like be the same because it'll be like on the edge, if that's okay.
No, that's interesting though.
I don't mind like saying them both, but as far as like what I wrote, because as you was like saying it, I was looking up the chart from like where I am right now as the chart's right here, and I was like, oh, it's not too far off. So it'll happen first in Baltimore, and then it'll happen first from like the Alabama Corporation, second in the Alabama Corporation. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Here we go. Moon sextile Venus at 6:42. Anti-meridian, the moon at 18 degrees Capricorn, 26 minutes, the benevolent degree, liberal ability to command and successful warrior. I'm a positive. It's in a positive path with Venus, which is sextile, 18 degrees, Pisces, 26 minutes, with the moon is in Venus terms from, you know, when I delineated from where I am. The essence of the moon will be in Venus, will be Venusian. When expressed in when the moon is being expressed, it would be in Venetian way, and Venus is in Mercury terms, given a mercurial angle. So you know you'll be very intellectual about the things that you value. When you speak about the things that you value. With Mercury, Venus being in Mercury terms, one is expressing their beauty and values. Through Venus. This energy will be taking place in the ninth house. So here it comes, it would be the eighth house, for those in Baltimore and those here where I am in the Alabama Corporation, it would be our ninth house, or wherever your rising sign is. But the ninth house for higher learning, where the moon is residing, and the 11th house of friends and networking, where Venus is resting in Pisces, giving testimony on expanding the mind and restructuring a foundation that institutes the values of the people. So basically, the ninth house where the moon is gaining information, to take to the 11th house to restructure, the instituting mind of the people, so that's basically mother in the ninth house teaching, the children, everybody on the internet, like my brother was saying. So that could be the pattern he's seeing, so we see moon, we see mother, or individual, or on a global scale, it's the people. So whatever you believe, or your higher learning, or whatever knowledge you feel, or the foreign place that you feel that you need to go and seek and get away and, harmonize that, or sextile it, or a beautiful, smooth path to, expand it and, probably network it with your friends or those who close to you, because it's the moon. So it'll be something dealing with the home. So just reconstructing that, and making it a more humanitarian, vibe, because it's Capricorn. So what you do is going to be, for everybody. You're not going to just be thinking about one person or yourself. They think Capricorn is like, it's always a bad rapper, like someone who doesn't care, a cold shoulder, but you kind of got to be a lonely wolf to build something, that's worth something. You got to have focus. So it's like your knees, if your knees was like not focused, you'd be all wobbly. So it just take focus to build something secure. But I yield on that moon sextile Venus for my first delineation. Got a moon trine Mercury at 11:13. Something like that. Yeah. The next one. I was gonna knock out the sunrise. All right. Here we go. Friday again, April 22nd, 2022, 1100 hours, 13 minutes, and 14 seconds. Reading this from the Baltimore chart, and we will be talking about moon trining Mercury at 11:13. So now-ish. But I'll give you my testimony for the moon trining Mercury at 11:13. Moon now at 21 degrees Capricorn, 6 minutes. A scholarly degree in harmonious trine with Mercury in Jupiter terms had a and Jupiter had Mercury had a -5 paragon when I was looking at the chart. So at the moment of research, so this Mercury may not be in like the quote unquote best shape, but keeping the balance and having this energy trine with the moon, I give testimony to an opportunity in securing home by reconstructing the relationships that don't serve the collective moving forward, using the degree of water travel here. I don't want to say water travel would be where Mercury is. I don't want to say that. The degree of Mercury, but I didn't write it down with water travel. Yeah. 21 degrees, Taurus, 7 minutes, a degree of water travel. But I didn't write that down. But that's what that is, you guys. But water right here, I'm using as streams of thought since it's in the 11th house. So the water, water stream or the water travel will be streams of thought to communicate those traditional values amongst the group. So I was at Taurus as well. Well, the time was Taurus, but it'll be Gemini, looks like, if I'm not mistaken. I could be corrected, but it looks like Taurus is 11th house, right? It's a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
In the 11th, yes.
Yeah, appreciate it. So yes, so that's why I'm saying, sorry, bro.
No, I said indeed.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was talking about communicating those traditional values. That's why Taurus right there, those traditional values amongst the group, Aquarius, and hope to stimulate the new values as time evolves, finding information via internet to use as valuable to humanity and can be utilized in a Rotarian fashion. So basically being on the internet fishing for, information, because, that's what the degree is basically saying. Basically everybody's trying to find a way to get what they need in an honest way, and with the energy being, in Taurus, but the sun, Taurus? Yeah. Energy being Taurus, you're gonna like want it like really bad and kind of be like blinded by it. Maybe like a sudden change with the sun being right there. You suddenly want to get your stuff together, but slow down, take your time. And Taurus is for you to do that, but don't like overly mentally, get bloated off of like ideas and wanting to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just nibble at it, or lay a quote unquote brick every day and you'll have a house at the end of all of that. But I yield on the moon trining Mercury. So basically, it's great for communication, and communication will be in harmony. You do know. Number 3. All right, so right here we got moon sextiling Neptune at 1600 hours and 38 minutes. Let's get it. All right. Still Friday, April 22nd, 2022, 1600 hours, 37 minutes, 37 seconds. And we will get down to it. Oh, moon sextiling Neptune at 1600 hours and 38 minutes. Moon now at 24 degrees, Capricorn, 19 minutes. A cunning mercenary, a fortune with a guilty conscience, an unsavory reputation, in at ease aspect with the sextile to Neptune, 24 degrees Pisces, 18 minutes. In the house of relationships, which is the 7th house, and the moon is resting in the 5th house, conjunct Pluto, giving testimony. But on here, we'll go back to this chart in Baltimore. And as you see in the 4th and the 5th house, the moon is, I would say conjunct, but it's like 4 degrees away from Pluto. So we'll say conjunct, but from my location, there would be like 28 degrees and 28 degrees Capricorn. So, it's like I was saying, like sort of the same energy, or, culminating energy. So hours would happen first, and it would be separating, in Baltimore, if I'm saying that correctly, bros, but moving along. All right. This energy in which seek to take a moment to just let things flow. An uprooting nature of just relaxing with a significant other or your mother, because he's talking about the moon here. Half a glass of wine, just unwind. Put on a movie you both can get lost in and just be mother and daughter or mother and son. A moment of truth may arrive with Pluto being there on the moon, making sure you're keeping your emotions balanced and your logic slightly in check. Because the sextile will allow you to do that. So you could be chilling and something could like suddenly strike, and it could be a serious conversation. But with the sextile, you'll have an opportunity to communicate that, in a positive way. And, you can heal and build off of it. So it won't be like a Crash Bandicoot situation. It'll be like you guys, making a cake and putting the ingredients in there, and then, put it in the oven and waiting. At the end, you got a beautiful thing to enjoy. And that's kind of like going through the processes of some things that need to be built on, conversations that, need to be uprooted, and radically, displaced, and put something back that can, possibly that the youngins can get and take on and use, but overall, it's a relaxing thing because, Neptune is basically, your higher intuition that can make you seem like aloof and illusional and, alone and things like that. But sometimes you got to go alone to, gain yourself type deal. And this is a moment of that too. So if you want to go and just have yourself, and just get lost with yourself, to come back and deal with the collective, so just take the time to do that. And overall, the sextile will allow you to do that. So that's a lot of sextile. So just take don't force it. I'll say that. Don't force it. And I'll yield. For the moon sextile and Neptune, don't force it. Let that flow. Y'all got moon sextile and Jupiter. See what I'm saying? We got sextile, trine, sextile. Come on, guys. The heavens are giving us a break, giving us some leeway to make some good opportunity, kind of like free will. It's like your mama letting you go play. Don't mess it up. Are we ready?
Yeah, it's like the universe or your friends, and they're coming to ask your mom, "Hey, can you come outside and play?" She's like, "All right, go ahead and go." And you're like, "Yay!"
It's wild.
Oh, sextiles.
All right, here we go.
It's wild.
Friday, holy day still, April 22nd, 2022, 1900 hours, 57 minutes, and 57 seconds. Baltimore, we're talking to you on that, all right? We're talking to you. But we're coming back to my side of things right here when I was doing my little writing thing. So the moon sextiling Jupiter at 19 minutes. Oh, wow, that's wrong, guys. 1900 hours. 56 minutes. The moon at 26 degrees Capricorn, 15 minutes at the degree of farming. And the third house, according to my location, the Alabama Corporation, third house of communication. So this would be you guys' fourth house. Oh, still you guys' third house. All right, we're good. We're cooking. Communicating, sextiling Jupiter, 26 degrees Pisces, 17 minutes. Jupiter doing pretty good. Pretty player, what I have here, a pretty player in its own sign, Pisces, about to head into the sixth house, according to, my location. And right here, my brother got the mouse. He got a little way, but he's heading to Chiron right there. So you may want to, check his head or, slow down. Or if you're in like a big truck or something like that, you may want to check your brakes or something like that, because you're going to some service or some healing needs to be taking place, or you could have some swelling of your feet, possibly. You hit your foot on something. So, be careful with that. But Jupiter is heading into the sixth house. Giving testimony as to expand on creating a new outlet for self, such as a new study subject pertaining to whatever institution your mind takes you. With the moon and Jupiter in Mars term, there will be some intensity and desire in learning and structuring a new strategy that you can add to your arsenal of genius. So create the environment you want to thrive and conquer it wholeheartedly. So, the sextile again. So you may want to do things like Fat Joe or DJ Khaled, all big and fancy things like that. That's great, but once again, like we said earlier, don't take advantage of your mother, let you go outside, strategize, because Mars is going to give you that way to pop that Jupiter balloon, and keep you kind of grounded when you kind of lift off the ground. And Mars is like, so basically take advantage of the new things you come across and don't burn out on it. Just slowly take it in, whatever you come across, whatever you want to find that's new. And if that's nothing you want to find that's new, how can you recreate the newness within what you're already doing? You know what I'm saying? How can you expand what you're already doing? If you not want to reinvent the wheel, all right, that's fine. That's cool. That's done. So just how can you recreate your environment to still conquer wholeheartedly within yourself, and for the whole collective. And if you're just starting something, don't go, SpongeBob on it. Don't just like, just take your time, slow down. But Mars is going to give you that drive and that extra focus for you. Make sure that you don't look over things and run into Chiron. So, just slow down, take advantage of the sextiles. These are like all green lights, but still look both ways. All right. And I yield on, was that the moon sextiling Jupiter? And I have one more. And that is.
Give me the Krusty Krab formula, SpongeBob.
You have to nationalize first, Plankton. You have to nationalize, Plankton.
What? Nationalize?
Nationalize. Down to Krusty Krabs. Come holler at Squidward, our secretary, in the boat.
Secretary Squidward. Dang, what's that?
Heard that.
Bro.
Moon conjunct Pluto at 2300 hours 53 minutes, and then we'll have a board of course moon there.
Pardon me, my apologies. I went way too in the future on that one. My apologies.
That was all. I'm gonna still read the heading there. Just in yet. For Wednesday. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's why I said I went way into the future.
Mommy.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you for your patience.
I have a small song from our choir here, 7HealStar Astrology Choir. Okay. Here we go, guys. Friday, April 22nd, 2022, 2300 hours, 52 minutes, and 41 seconds. Baltimore, Maryland. That was for you. We're speaking to you guys. But as a whole, we're talking about the moon conjunct Pluto. That's for everybody, because Pluto comes around like 248, 250 years, something like that. Bros be like, hey, man, is this? We're all ready for correction. But, Pluto is like, hey, guys, I'm here. And it's like great grandma, how it's like, you got the moon is like grandma, and then like Pluto is like great grandma. They're not messing around. So, when they're together, you better get it together. All right. So giving my testimony to the moon conjunct Pluto, 2300 hours, 53 minutes, according to my location here. But, this is universal. Moon now at 28 degrees Capricorn, 35 minutes. The exaltation of Mars degree, and Luna is in Mars turn. So there is some self-drive there. Again, we talked about grandma and great grandma here. They're here to make it right. And it's in the second house, according to this location here, finances and one's means to an end. So it's finances and your means to an end, things like that. So you want to go look that up in certain books or certain things. You're like, nah, Benjamin, that was wrong. Like, oh, I thought I was all right, cool. But Benjamin, that was really what it was. I taught this person and that person. Oh, that's fine. Pluto, right exactly on the same degree as the moon, giving testimonies to this energy, creating an intense transformation and how one will use their finances from a more strategic mindset, balancing the emotions that may emerge from the inside intensity of Pluto. Don't forget, but don't get faded by that. Just embrace the resistance that the situation is requiring you to grow. You're always rich. You're plain rich. Just because you don't have doesn't mean you don't have. You always have self. And you can live off breathing. But that don't mean go cold turkey. But it go to that extent where you don't need things. So things that happen to you are requiring you to grow, because we are spirit beings, sentient beings who are going to learn lessons. So when there's a lesson always in the stressing, that doesn't mean this conjunction is oh my God, my finances are ruined. Nah, we've all not had before. So if you put your squirrel nuts up somewhere, you'll be fine. If you didn't, you'll still be fine, because you'll learn the lesson for next time. The transit comes around and you're like, okay, cool. This is what happened this transit. I'll make sure the next transit, I'll have my shoes tied up, So basically make sure that you're just embracing all what happens, and be careful with your finances, overall. Don't overspend or spend what you don't have. And if you have the urge to spend what you don't have, don't spend it. And I don't mean to be like that, but I mean to be like that. But because you need this, and this is gonna want to make you uproot yourself and give what you can't really get back to yourself. Always want to make sure if you can give, that you can give back to yourself. And I'll yield on that, brother. And we have the border course moon at 23 hours and 53 minutes until, what was that, sunrise, guys?
You got 0217 on the 23rd. Brother Jag gives a testimony for that. So it's looking like about, add 7 to 17 minutes to get you 23. So about 2 hours and 23 minutes it'll be border course.
It's long. Appreciate that, bro. Sorry. Once again, we talked about finances, so that's right in the alley of the border course moon, and it in the second house according to my location. So it'll be going to the third where you are. Well, I'm looking right at it. Yeah, still in the second. Oh, first. All right, first going into the second. So you guys, hey, we're in it, and we're looking back hey guys, watch your finances type deal. Because we've already experienced, the transition in the financial area of things, So just, embrace yourself, make sure you got your ducks in a row so you can keep afloat. And now I yield.
Indeed. Islam to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Yusuf Mutadiel. I see you in the chat. Yamin Bey, peaceful greetings to you also. And Yamin Bey just briefly asked while we're and brother, maybe Brother Terrell could speak on it too. I have my quick answer actually already. Yamin Bey says, don't mean to interrupt with my question, and you might have expound on it already for sure. Well, in the introduction we did. What is your perspective on reasoning on so-called legislation no longer implementing daylight savings time? Yeah, I know, right? That's the same thing I did. I was like,
well, time, they're looking to control the timeline, right? So, that's pretty much how that goes.
I never was when man was
Islam, you know, so it's just it's a control thing. Let's put it like that. However, you know, just pay attention to the sun and the moon. There's your clocks, or there's your time.
Stick a stick in the ground.
Yeah. How about stick a stick in the ground? Islam. Watch the shadows of the trees.
Islam.
Or pay attention to the time zones that don't change. That's my quick answer. Oh, what time zones don't change, brother? Glad you asked. Mountain. Start there. Start with mountain time. Mountain time doesn't change when it's so-called savings time and savings and givings and whatever types of legislated time measuring is happening. So therefore, is one subscribing to that already? It's like everything is based on what do you subscribe to. This is all based on your mind. It's all based on your state. And I don't mean the word OF coming after the term state. All right. This is on your state. What's your mindset? All right. So that's a short answer, Brother Terrell. I yield.
Islam. All right, we got Saturday, 23rd of April, 2022, 1442. Right. We're looking at the sunrise, so-called. Sun is conjunct the ascendant. At 3 degrees 15 minutes, right? You know, so get your routine going. Start your day with a smoothie, right? Some liquids. When you rise, drink some water. Yes. We can move on. We're gonna move on to the moon ingressing Aquarius. That's gonna happen at 0200 16 minutes, right? 51 seconds to be exact. What you say, bro?
I was like, 200.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Islam. So usually we got the moon in the first house. Saturn finishing up its transit through the ascendant, so to speak. Aquarius is gonna rise, or it's rising. Yeah, so this is we're connecting to our identity through other identities, so to speak. You know, within the group, so to speak, the nations specifically. We're seeing some mothers expressing themselves more sincerely and beautifully for the nation at hand, right? But also self-reflected, it would be very essential to write. Like this makes me think of that the first aspect you had, Brother Hasan, where you spoke about what was it, sun and moon? Was that your first aspect?
Yeah, sun, trine, moon. Yeah.
And you mentioned astrology. It's like the people are really going to get it. They're really starting to get it and see how objective it is rather than subjective, so to speak. Right. So this is pretty much what's going on here. We can move on to the next aspect. But yeah, really get into your astrology, though. You should consult your astrologer too, and pay attention to how you're responding to things in these moments, challenges, and also like when you're getting things that you want and like as well. Watch how you respond. It'll give you it'll be what's the word? It's like you're graduating. It's a step up. You're ascending now, literally, based on your past 52 days, I guess. Whatever.
Let me ask you a question. Can you do me a favor?
What's that, bro?
This might sound really wild, right? You're on your computer, right?
Yeah.
Let me know if you can control that. Can you control that?
Let's see.
Click your mouse.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm on there.
That's great. Can you
So
set the next aspect?
I could do that right there. I just want.
Can you set the next aspect? It is well, that's what it is. It is that. But I'm saying after that.
Oh, so I could just click it. Yeah. Fine.
Square Neptune, Uranus. In the square Neptune. You moon square Uranus.
Well, that's after this sun square moon that he's got to go in on.
Okay.
I just want to see it. I want Brother Terrell. See how we build it. How
I just did it, right? Yeah, we got sun square moon, right? Yeah.
Correct. So that's what I want you to do.
It's not.
Right?
So
I don't want to make a whole bunch of noise while I'm moving around, about to start going downstairs and fixing some things or whatever. But because I know I got things to also do, but I'm going to come back for my portion. But I'm here though.
I'll get you. You already.
So I just want to see also, because if you can, take controls, this is great. You see what I'm saying? And I won't do anything. I'll just sit here and wait because I want to see you pilot this thing anyway. And I got everything here. All righty.
I feel like this is this aspect. This is hilarious.
I know, right? Right? Is that right? Is it sun square moon? Where is it happening? Ninth house? Is that 11th? Tell me that's 11th. It's 12. 9th and 12. Is 9th and 12?
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's intercepted though. That 11th is intercepted though too. That's hilarious. All right. What we're gonna do? We got the sun in the 12th.
Taurus is intercepted. The Taurus. Hold on. What the Taurus Pisces, the Taurus Scorpio axis is intercepted?
Islam. Oh wait, hold on. Ooh wait. All right. Well, yeah. So we got moon in the 9th in Aquarius, 3 degrees 19 minutes, and the sun 3 degrees 19 minutes in Taurus. Right. That's a square. That's a challenge, an obstacle that we need to hurdle over, so to speak. So the sun squares the moon. It's like, we're finding ways to really get out of our what we would call writer's block if we're writers, or some sort of creative halt, so to speak. This might be the time to basically go back into some things you've already created to like get inspired on something new to be created, so to speak. However, the moon is decreasing in light, so it's best to really just be mindful and really just go back into your studies and not really start anything new. However, if you are inspired by something you've created recently, you should write it down so you won't forget about it, times to come, so to speak. Also, be mindful to control your energies around this time, your anger specifically, especially if you have Mars in Taurus and the sun's conjunct it. And, you might want to definitely, take a chill pill, which drink some water, drink your aqua. Yes. And the moon, of course, that's pertaining to, receptivity, passiveness, or relaxing in some sense. However, it is an Aquarius, so there could be a lot of active or active energy within how these emotions are being expressed. So, like I said, be mindful. With that, we can move on. I think that's the last aspect for that day. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna go to Sunday. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Just do sun and ascendant. Where the moon is, pick ascendant.
That's all. We know that.
You still got to control?
Yeah, I gotta keep clicking on it. Yeah, but I got it. So we're doing the sun on the ascendant. All right.
Yeah, you can turn that to 0. You can turn 90 to 0.
Oh, that's a bummer day.
Can you grab it?
It's iffy, huh? What are you doing?
Looks like you did for a second. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I love how tenacious my bros are, man.
Uh-oh.
Ascendant is going to be towards the bottom.
The Ascendant.
Towards the bottom, kind of the middle. Can you arrow down to it? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Move away. You'll see the AS come up.
Come on, baby. Oh, no.
You see, it's like emotion steadiness.
Yeah, because it's sensitive to when I click the screen. Like, it's like I'm clicking back to my screen almost.
Yeah.
Basically. That's why I wasn't trying to click it. You get what I mean?
There you go. Go back to the middle. Click the middle.
Probably one time.
One time.
Two time.
Hey, yo, L, you know you got the lyrics. Do, do, do. No, not like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the all-star. All-star. Spark of life.
Oh, wow.
That's time traveling, man. He's controlling a computer he's not even near.
That's like bananas. That's really blowing my mind.
I know, right?
I was like, what? What are you talking about?
He's remotely controlling a computer near the Baltimore Corporation.
That's in Ohio.
He's near the Ohio State Republic. Like, are you serious? This is amazing. I'm just waiting for that Ascendant thing.
Right. It's like it's so sensitive though at the same time. It really
Brother
is.
Jack getting it in Ohio.
God, hilarious.
Do not come near me.
Say it again, my Cancer twin.
I shall meet you in spirit, my dear Mercury brother.
You come not near.
From the seagulls. Okay.
I joke with you only. All right, I did it. We did it. Yes.
You.
The Ascendant. Yes. Near Baltimore.
Near Moor, Baltimore.
Yes.
You only got to go through that 5 more times.
I only have to do that 1 million more times. It's only 5 days. All right. So, again, the sun have moved a degree, as you see. And as I said before, you just want to start the day productively. Watch what you eat and how you eat. Definitely pertaining to Brother Benjamin's testimony when he let you know about what you need to be doing and not doing, so to speak. Okay. What is that aspect? What is that?
Moon square your Uranus.
You're a lifesaver.
Neptune.
Uh-oh. Neptune square Uranus?
Hold on.
No,
Brother Benjamin's right. No, Brother Benjamin's right. It's a lunar Uranian quartile there, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't see that circle there.
Luna.
Yeah, 235.
Luna. That's crazy. It's on TV, by the way. I'm not just someone LLC. That nuts.com.
Do what you're supposed to do. No. Uh-oh. I think I'm about to go in the future.
Find time of aspect.
I think I was supposed to hit previous because it happened before. Yeah. This is gonna be a fail. Oh wait, maybe I could just maybe I did it. Yes.
Heard that.
Yes.
Sudden change in values there.
Yes, I did it. Oh wait, did I do it? No, I didn't. No, it's not looking too good.
You have to put what the ascendant part is.
Wait, what happened? How did that happen? Oh, okay. And the moon isn't even on the ascendant, so why is it doing that? Oh, but okay. No.
So where the ascendant is, do you just put Uranus?
Yes. That's what I do.
Islam.
Islam.
Hey there.
Okay, I'm scared. Yes.
All right, are we in the game?
Yes, we are.
25, April 11th, though, bro.
Man, I'm digging that.
Oh my God.
I'm digging that tenacity, though. This is
Yeah, no, please.
Just hit the
April
next
11th.
button. Go hit next. And then hit find aspect, find time of aspect. This is great, though, bro.
426 tries later.
Because you use Solifier version 9. You don't, you normally use Sirius, but this is phenomenal. I think you're doing great.
Yeah.
There we are. Perfecto.
Oh, this tenacious.
Oh yeah. He was like, "Oh, Britt, let me get another shot. Let me get that back.
I'm gonna shoot till I miss. I don't care if I miss. You know what I mean?
Till it make it. Oh, man, bottom of the net, baby.
I can miss 100 in a row. I'm gonna still shoot the game-winning shot. I promise you.
We love it.
Islam. All right. So we got Moon ascending again, and then we have Uranus in the third, right? 14 degrees, 10 minutes, both signs. Both signs, both planets. Yes, in the signs. So again, Moon's in the first, Uranus in the third. Yeah, this is a lot of creative tension here because I went from the sun with the moon and now the moon with Uranus. So there's this creative, inventive energy here. You could definitely be inspired by something that's already like, let's say, an image. However, you could add something to it that brings the image out some more, so to speak, or the literature. It could be some literature that's, not very, it's very ambiguous, or, it's not, it's kind of hard to get in between. Well, not hard specifically. However, you specifically, whoever you are, could be looking to make things a little bit more easier for those who aren't like studious in a sense. Selectively studious, let's say that. Yes. So getting them to, comprehend things that seems ambiguous, let's put it like that. Yeah. So, bringing out things that's pretty much unusually, neglected, but now it's pretty much being recognized and beautified, so to speak. So you're going to the trash and seeing the beauty in the shit. Like Brother Hasan always says, he makes shit mountains or whatever, right? So you're going there.
Big castles.
Shit castles.
Yeah, because that goes to that story. It's two children. You give one everything a child ever wants. You give the other one feces, and the first child's gonna be like, yeah, I got all everything a child ever wanted. But then they eventually start destroying everything that you gave them because they're spoiled. Whereas the child that was pissed about feces, and you hope they don't get pink eye, put it in their eye, but they start getting creative with the crap that you gave them. So yeah, that's what that is. That's not to sound vulgar or to sound like we have no respect for. No, that everything that we do is speaking on a higher self thing, even if it seems kind of lower self, because we said shit. Oh, the brother said S-H-I-T.
Oh my God, it's a curse.
Cancel culture alert. Cancel culture alert. Not. What is actually occurring is this is thought-provoking astrology here. All righty. And at the end of the day, we're national first and foremost. However, our culture is perpetual universal freedom. At the end of it all, and that is for the greater good for everyone. It's just that in the sensitivities that are expressed here often due to the fact that people have been under animal husbandry, mind control, under the dark priesthood, especially since 1795, if not sooner, due to family wars and family feuds on the planet. Then we would have a much better understanding when we say certain things like that, and it won't seem so risque or raunchy or he's really pushing the envelope there. So I guarantee a lot of things that people actually analyze the things that we said for themselves, they would be like, they would actually support us probably 10 times more than they thought they ever would. With that, I yield the floor to Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Islam.
I'll be
back in control soon, bro. I'm downstairs about to hit the kitchen.
No, you good, bro. So yeah, just really, go back again. This is funny how this is happening with the, Uranus in the third and the moon was in the ninth on the last aspect. So it's like, just really connect back to your childhood and, things that you've created before and how they bring out, the things that you probably, swept under the rug or whatever you want to call it, so to speak. So deal with it. Trust yourself too.
Maybe fortunate. The Uranus is at the first point of stabilization, a fortunate degree. So that was going with what you're saying,
Islam,
making it like secure, like the stars. You were saying,
that's interesting.
Selective. Well, yes, that's very selective religious nature because there's a ton of religions out there.
That's amazing, bro. Yeah, and it's funny. So now what you're saying, that it makes me think is that if I'm not mistaken, that moon would be in the Virgo dua or the Mercury dua, however we want to look at that. So that's a lot. So now we're just stabilizing and or being more concrete within those, basically who we deal with and how we deal with ourselves specifically, literally. But yeah, we're going to move on to Mercury square Saturn, right? Mercury's going to square Saturn, and that's going to happen at 0949 seconds.
Minuto, señor?
What did I just do?
Oh, that's right. I think you called it 49 minutes, 49 seconds, but that's it. This line as far as today,
49 minutes. Oh, okay, right.
Because I got 950 on the chart as far as like the astrology chart that we have with the delineator.
It's squaring Saturn.
Yeah, the calendar rounds the time up, whereas like the actual software
right
gives you what it's being what on the calendar is rounding from.
Indeed.
Are you?
Indeed, yeah. So Mercury's in the 12th, right? Mercury's in the 12th in Taurus, 23 degrees, 53 minutes. And Saturn's in the 9th, 23 degrees, 53 minutes. Saturn's in Aquarius, Mercury's in Taurus, right? So this is just the time to really listen. You got two ears, one mouth. So, this is the time to find the beauty and really just listening attentively. And, how when we're listening to someone speak and we feel a way about whatever they're saying, and then we just want to say something, at this time, specifically this moment, it would be wise to really just listen to what's being communicated so you can actually see between the lines, so to speak, and what's being communicated, right? Because culture is in the language. What they're expressing, they're telling you who they are as they are expressing whatever it is they're expressing. Period. It doesn't matter. So it's very essential to really just observe what it is you're experiencing. And you know, Saturn's in the ninth, so there's this ability to really grasp these concepts that may seem foreign to your normal, quote unquote, normal way of thinking or processing things, so to speak. There could be a mental shift within where you're relating or how you're communicating. There's going to be a very practical step above, or it can be the opposite. You know, these energies always show themselves how, you know, you react and just, you know, react to it, so to speak, and the way your constitution is set up as well. That's, you know, talk to your mother about that, right? But yeah, you know, just really listen and, you know, write down what you know, the things, some concepts or things that may go over your head. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, put yourself in uncomfortable communicative situations, conflict resolution, so to speak. Are you good at that? Have you been told that you aren't? And if you have you, in some sense, try to, you know, turn that around, so to speak? Of course, you know, because it can be, conflict resolution is indeed a beautiful thing, for sure. So, you know, there's that beauty there.
It's like standing on a square.
Literally. Defend, like, know yourself. Once you know yourself, you're not really worried about what anyone thinks about you. Whatever. You know, you are who you are. Yes.
You can keep control. I'm just letting you know I'm back.
Islam. What we doing? What I got next? Mercury's gonna sextile Neptune? Yes. Look at that. That's funny. So hold on, let's pull that up for you. Pull her on up.
Oh, you got it. Did you click? Okay, yeah, now you got it. It says you got it now.
All right, Mercury sextiles Neptune. Yes, that's where we are to.
Correct. And I'll set your next one up for you.
So yeah, 1837, Sunday, the 24th of April. Mercury is going to sextile Neptune. Mercury is in the 8th, and Neptune is in the 5th. Interesting. Something could up there with me. Scorpio. Daddy-o. Okay, yeah. So Mercury, sextile Neptune. We will be having some creative, intuitive flashes that'll really bring out or take us back to our childhood, so to speak, or we may see some things from our childhood that may help us express our creativity more, you know, openly, and sincerely, so to speak, not really thinking or caring about someone's opinion of you, so to speak, really helping someone uncover the things that may have been hidden from them when they were a child, so to speak, based on certain concepts you may have or may be able to break down to someone, closest to you. And it'll be very uplifting for like those closest to you, because it's just like someone not expecting you to speak up on this topic or speak about this topic, and then when you do, you're like so adept at it and you know exactly what you're saying, and it's just like everyone who's around or whatever, they get it and they're just like, oh man, wow, you never thought about it like that, man. I mean, that type of that type of vibe, right? So just stay diligent, Again, this keeps making me think of that, going through your treasure chest within your mind. And that's just really based on the things that you have created from your past, so to speak. And, where you were then and where you are now, like really observing that, it's gonna do something. It should, so to speak, depending on, what you was doing. I don't know. That's on you. I don't know. That's on you. But, really, really, oh, no, hold on. Oh, okay. I thought I burned my food. Oh, all right. So, really, connect to those things that seems, or that the things that's caught, so to speak. Get into your astrological studies. Connect back to your ancient foremothers and forefathers too, because the roots, foundations, is everything, so to speak. If you don't have a foundation, you can't build. So, yeah. We're gonna move on to.
Yeah, it's already set. You can just hit the find time aspect.
Moon conjunct Saturn, right? It's going to happen in the 4th. Look at that. Mother one alert. Wow. Yeah, this is funny. Someone's mother is about to get an astrology reading. I knew about astrology, but I didn't know it was like this. It's really, it's the objectivity. Like people are being, or like, what's your objective? And all right, well, you want to know yourself, or you want to be a puppet all your life, someone else's puppet or a shadow, so to speak, however you want to look at it. So that moon conjunct Saturn is like, all right, we're really establishing sincere principles within the home, so that home can be based off of, again, a solid foundation. We're not just willy-nillying, raising ourselves and our children, so to speak, for times to come. Even being children we may not ever physically meet, however, may help very intensively. So that those grounds are being established, because there's a lot of hidden things that's pretty much coming out. And it's like, I guess we see who's actually on the team and who's not, so to speak. And now, with that Saturn energy, Saturn is what? That's that these are the astrology degrees, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is very formulative for astrology, and just really again connecting back to nature, because nature, astronomy and astrology, that's nature. Period. So just like when bro was asking about the time adjusting thing, it's like that's why we laughed, because it's like that it only has value because, again, it's the same thing as the Federal Reserve note. It only has any value because the people say, "Oh my God, it's 4:07, and I think I should be eating lunch right now, or whatever." There's these guidelines with time, so to speak, or boundaries with time. And you really just got to know how to utilize what it is that's around you. And that just, when I said that made me think of the circle 7. I think that's weakness. No, Pentacles of Wisdom. Let me not do that right now because I don't want to butcher it, because that's a beautiful book there.
Hold on, you said which chapter? I can look. Right.
I was thinking Pinnacle of Wisdom. I got it right here in front of me, but I don't want to do that to them either, because I know when I open the book, it's very tough for me to close it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let me not do that. All right. So yeah.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah. Just that formality. Forming things more efficiently. It's like when you play with the Play-Doh, you want to make sure it's firm and tuck in there, and it's not just falling apart like it's worthless clay. You want to be a beautiful formed piece of clay, yes, as you are. Literally, quite literally. But yeah, we're gonna go on. We're gonna move on. So the moon is going to square Mercury, right? All right. Click it. Did it work?
Looks like it should have. Looking good to me.
Yeah, so Mercury's in the 7th and the moon's in the 4th still. Right? Yeah. So again, a lot of things coming up within the home. A lot of things communicated within the home that's coming out about, what was within the home. That the way the home is structured, so to speak, there's a lot of things that needs to be changed, so to speak. There's a lot of spring cleaning going on, and I'm not just talking about spring cleaning. Some energies may be being removed. Someone may be moving. Just getting out. You want to change scenery with this Taurian energy we got going on. It's like I want to change. I want it to look more different. I want to see the beach every day. You know what I mean? That type of energy. However, instead of being so actual about it, how about get creative and bring the beach to your room? I don't know, why not? Right. But there's a lot of changing and rearranging within ourselves, whom we're relating with, because Mercury's in the 7th, so we're pretty much communicating very intensively to our close relatives, the family structure. And I'm saying things are changing and things, because the 4th house is always like the end, so to speak, because the sun or the moon, at that point now they're going to start to rise. The moon is going to go rising, right? So that is ending. There's a wiping out that is occurring, so to speak. And of course, Saturn would be there. So he's like, well, I hope you were being fortunate to humanity. If not, you have to reap what you sow, because you're going to do that anyway.
Absolutely.
Islam. Yeah, so that's just what it is. Just really be open to change just as well. It's that's that. Oh man, forced to make changes. That's Drew Ali. That's another holy text, so to speak. Very, very well written. A very small book. But yeah, just really watch your anger and how you're communicating and how you reason. and how you use your logic, you know. And with that, I'll yield the floor, I guess. Yeah, Islam.
It's all right. And that was a void of course moon for about 9 hours and 47 minutes.
47? What do we got? What time? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, 20:33 to 6 14? Yes, okay. Islam. Right?
Absolutely.
Indeed. Okay, yeah. You said 9 hours 40. Okay, yeah. Islam. 6:14 a.m. So for 9 hours and 47 minutes, buyer's remorse. Are you sure you want that?
That's basically the question. Are you sure you want that during this time? So yeah, guys, do all your transactions before 8:33 post meridian Eastern. All right. And we yield the floor to our beloved brother, whom we're well pleased, Brother Benjamin Bey. Islam.
You muted, bro. Brother Benjamin, you muted.
You muted.
Brothers, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
He was in the flow too. He said, no.
It's coming in.
It's
Here we go. All right, back to it. I was saying this is the Intuition Monday. Where's my brother Sean at? April 25th, 2022, 0600 hours. This is the 19 minutes, 59 seconds. Baltimore, we're speaking to you. Day of this, be day of the moon, hour of the moon, but it hasn't caught up just yet. So, you know, there's not, usually, well, actually all the time, the day of is the first hour of the day. If you're doing your hours, you know, your 24 hours of the day. Excuse me. You're keeping yourself busy in that manner. But we're here to talk about my transits, and I have the moon coming from Aquarius going into Pisces. Got some good water going on here. We got Mother in the pool, or the ocean, rather, I would say. Pisces would be the ocean. So people getting those pedicures, the feet done, things of that nature. And then I will get to the sun sextiling the moon at 1500 hours and 8 minutes, or that's 1600 hours. That looks like 1600 hours and 8 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like March 29th.
Pardon me?
Oh, baby.
I think I went way too far.
That's on March 29th. Oh, here we go. We're back. We're back.
All right. Thank you for your patience.
So we were speaking about my second one, because I was speaking about the moon transiting from Aquarius, you know, air, to the water.
Okay, hold on. Let me go there.
Aquarius, which looks like water, but it's air.
What did I just say?
Yep. Oh yeah, with it. All right. There we go. Yeah, the moon is in the 11th house there in Pisces now, coming from Aquarius. And then we get into the sun sextiling the moon at 1600 hours and 8 minutes. Now we see where the moon is in Pisces.
It probably said Pisces doesn't have 60 degrees, something like that, because it was still on sextile. And I put the Luna in Pisces. That's probably what it said.
Well.
I think I just did it again. There we go.
Boom. Got the sun in the 8th there in Taurus, 5 degrees. Yeah, 5 degrees Taurus, 36 minutes, and that is sextiling the moon here for my people in Baltimore. Same degrees, but different sign. 6th house, the house of service. So you have the moon, you have 5 degrees, you have Pisces, you have 36 minutes. So there's service and there's behind the scenes, or we'll go in correction of the calendar. We'll have behind the scene joint finances and service. So how are your joint finances behind the scenes and the value of them are correlating with your service? So this is a sextile. So there is some type of harmonious here, So if there's something that you needed, if you needed to be checked or looked at, it's looking quite good for you. Not saying like, there won't be any hiccup, but there's no doom and gloom, but all the traffic lights will be in your profession. You know how you like stop a little bit and you're like, oh man, the road just turned green type deal. That it'll be that, it'll be like a harmonious deal like that. Because like you have Taurus, which is like earth, and you have Pisces, which is water, and that's like mud, and sometimes you have fun in mud, but that just could be like a southeastern thing or, quote unquote, like country thing. I'm not sure in Baltimore y'all have much mud or anything. I'm not familiar with the terrain, but down here you get your roll on and some mud. Well, sometimes you need mud to slow you down as well. Sometimes you need mud to slow you down and hold you still so you can get some service. But here to talk about, from my location, how I delineated from where I am. The moon ingress in Pisces at 500 hours, 14 minutes. The sun is sextiling the moon at 16 degrees. What is that? No, it's 1600 hours, 8 minutes. Sun at 5 degrees. Taurus, 35 minutes. That's the occultist healer hermit degree. And this energy is in the 9th house, according to where I am. So we have the higher learning house and the expanding of the mind. In a smooth aspect with Luna, 5 degrees Pisces, 35 minutes, in the 7th house, house of contracts and relationships, according to, where I am. So we're in Baltimore, you guys are like behind the scenes service, and where I am in the Southeast, you guys we are, higher learning and relationships and contracts and things of that nature. Giving testimony to the coming to a harmonious agreement on terms from foreign institutions, whether that may be like a mine or an actual brick and mortar building. And there is now an opportunity to make things peaceful amongst the people. And now they are to interact with one another from said terms of the contract. So basically like a treaty almost, coming together and, you're speaking from a higher point of view. So most times when you see a higher point of view, you can see everything. And that's, we'll look at that as humanity. So, okay, cool. The terms of this contract, whether it be written down or verbal, it's going to have, a 360-degree view. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to look more on this side of things. On this side, it's going to be 50-50. You come together, and when you depart, you're going to make sure that those terms are still carried out. Those same principles, because 9 times out of 10, a contract will be based on certain principles, along with all the details in between to fill it up. You know what I mean? But it's usually a bottom line within 1,000 pages. You know what I'm saying? So basically, right here for the Southeast, just being in harmony with anybody, it could be like, as far as like countries or, a business you wanted to do, an online thing, something like that, just getting a balance and harmony of moving forward, with foreign things, just, tying up loose ends foreignly, so to speak. And we'll keep going. And on the individual level, there's harmony in the heart to seek value and higher learning of things, which one has been secured within said institution that helps you trust your intuition. So, that could be like mother, whatever she taught you when you were young, and it helps you along your way while you're studying, get your intuition. Like sometimes with astrology, there's certain things that according to the books that will assist you off book stuff, things that help you trust your intuition more so you can have a balance and like, okay, cool. I always don't need the tangible. I can, be like, well, quote unquote wheezy, how, brother Terrell and brother Sean, I would say that brother Hasan are basically off the head. So they're like, mixtape wheezy with their astrology. They just go in the booth and just kind of like lay a bar down and, it'd be that next transit type deal, So this is that type of energy to trust more of that part of you, your brother Terrell, your brother Hasan, and your Wayne. You know, your Lil Wayne. You know, that part of you.
Going in. I'm going in.
But yeah, I was wrapping it up after that. You know, just trusting your tuition. You know, through your studies. You know, through what you're studying, you learn to like sharpen your tuition through, you know, the 9th and the 7th house, and that relationship will be, you know, within self. You know, you're thinking, and then you're going out and do it. You know, masonry. You know, I self-lawn master, not the other uncool stuff. But moving on to my next transit here, we have the moon conjunct Mars, 2000 hours, 51 minutes. April 25th, another Intuition Monday. We're speaking to Baltimore right now. And you guys' transits will be, we'll find Luna in 4th house. So you have Luna, there are 8 degrees, Pisces, 15 minutes, and you have Mars conjunct that same degree, 8 degrees, Pisces, 15 minutes. So we have self-drive and we have some home security. So right now you could be, let's say, what could you be doing right here at the crib? Probably an intense shower or something like that, a bath maybe, you know, like a really hot, steamy foot bath or something like that with some flowers in it, because you got Venus there. You know, you get some flowers, put some flowers on it or something like that, you know, or watch like the Titanic, or put on the Madagascar movie. I love that. Yes. Mars conjunct Luna in Pisces is Madagascar. They're the penguins. they're strategic. You know, they care about one another. You know, they're always thinking about their family. You know what I'm saying? And they value the team or the institution. You have Venus there, so they value the team and they're self-driven. You know, and their mother or someone they care for them had to teach them. You know, they're always anchored in home. You know, and home is, you know, the leader. You know, so that's what I'll say. Watch that and gain some camaraderie off of that, gain some home principles off of that, you know, because each one of them is an individual. If Mars is there, you know, Mars is like that. Mars in Pisces, it could be like an underwater, you know, missile, or like maybe like a I don't want to say a shark or sound too, you know, aggressive, but, you know, I don't want to say like a torpedo or marine or submarine type deal. Yeah. But, you know, something that's sort of that's aggressive and you know, direct. But it can help, you know.
What was that movie, bro, that we brought up the other day? What was,
yeah, I remember. I remember you saying that. Dang. It was like
that's crazy how that came back around. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And that could be institution of, like, you know, whatever genre of movie that was, you know. But it was like not a Rambo style movie. It wasn't with Nicolas Cage, was it, bro? Or something.
I think he might have been in it, maybe. It's KRUSK.
It was something about a boat.
No, not national.
Like they were on a boat. They were like a yacht or a boat, something.
Yeah, they were on a submarine. They were on a submarine.
It wasn't shipwreck, right?
Oh, are you talking about it was like a group of people on the boat?
Yeah, submarine. Yeah. Denzel Washington is in it, I think. Was that Denzel Washington?
Nah, yeah. Really not.
I really see that. I see it in my head because it's like orange and white, and the dudes are on the front of the boat. You know, in the V line. You know, like I have movies like the person here. You know, if I was standing like behind Brother Hasan like this, and then Brother Javis here.
Yeah.
That's how I see him in my head on the.
That's interesting.
But yeah, Brother Sean on it. Yeah, I found that movie and look at that. But first, look at my guys. Look at my penguin.
See if Brother Sean can find it if he's here.
I'm here. What's up, bros?
Said a movie with Nicolas Cage and Denzel Washington. They were like seamen or something. Pause.
Like shipwreck or something. Not Titanic. Like
Nicolas Cage.
I don't know why I'm saying shipwreck.
Was Nicolas Cage in it?
What was
Vengeance?
Vengeance? No.
Red October came to mind, but I don't think they were in Red October.
No, I don't think it's that either. I think it's like a one Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. That sounds a little more familiar.
It's Gene Beckham. It's no Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. That's what I was about to say. Gene Hackman.
Yeah, Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Brother Benjamin, the other day. That's what I was.
What does the cover that look like? Anybody got that? Got that? Not
I'm pretty sure it's red because it says Crimson Tide.
Yeah, literally.
It says Crimson, so I'm pretty sure it's red.
Heard that maroon red. I got the Crimson Tide 13s. But yeah, watch that. Yeah, that type of movie. And the home, you know. And water. The moon is water, you know. So that's home as well, you know. So just nurture yourself, basically. You know, if you're feeling like very aggressive, nurture yourself. Mars is in water, and the moon is in the water sign, and Venus in the water sign. But don't overindulge. Don't get your Mary J. Blige on in a negative way, and don't drink and drive, or don't drink and travel, don't drink at home. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. You know, if you want to speak to someone subconscious or something like that, just hold that. You know, you don't need that. You don't need to go back to that. You know your value here. Your value is in your home and in yourself. You know, don't drift back. You dig what I'm saying? But I'll yield for Baltimore. That was for you. Because it's in the 4th house. So you got, you know, take care of yourself. And if it's cold out there, definitely cold out there, give you something warm. You know, because Mars is there. So make sure you got some warm water up under you. Because it's snowy out. But southeast, I'm here to talk about you guys, or to you guys and women. Moon conjunct Mars. 20 hours, 15 minutes. Moon and Mars are now 8 degrees, Pisces, 14 minutes, and a close dance with Luna. So look out for on TV good sports game. And if you decide to go out into an institution of entertainment, watch your alcohol intake can influence your Mars to get jammed to the floor. So be around those who love, so things can be solved in love. You know, you don't want to be out and someone doesn't know who you are, and then you're acting, you know, out of character, and someone doesn't know how to adjudicate upon you, you know, and they won't be out of love. So if you do get quote unquote out of, you know, your normal mind state, make sure you're around someone that can, you know, solve that in love. You know what I mean? One may feel the need to do things in Lightning McQueen fashion, but Pisces will help you slow down. So those turbulent waters that you're threading tenaciously in the mind, you can step back, breathe, and collect it all. You know, so basically, right here, for people in the southeast, you know, when you go out, just slow down. You know, be aware of yourself. You know, don't overdo it. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a good time, but know why you're here. You know, don't overdo it so you can't do what what you're supposed to do here. You know. So yeah, and I'll yield for the moon conjunct Mars. You know, just watch yourself.
Wow. Do you have an intercepted Virgo Pisces axis, Brother Benjamin, for near you?
From my location?
Yeah, or for that Martian, that lunar Martian conjunction.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's intercepted.
Yeah, Virgo is in between that Libra and Leo right there.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So all right. So cool. So then that lets me know then that Saturn and Jupiter are bringing their 3rd and 5th house energies to the 4th for this conjunction. So when you said something about a sporting event or going out or watching a sporting event or something, I was like, oh yeah, that's spot on. That's definitely like going to some ball game or something. Like,
yeah, it made me think about not to cut you with. It made me think about the playoffs and how I saw Jay Morant in my head when I was writing, and I was like, dang, bro, really turned up. And last night, you know, I seen him, so I was like, you know, if you could possibly see a good game or any what it is, because you know the moon is conjunct Mars, so you know you want physically you're gonna want to like. Whatever, or feel that way. So when the playoffs was going on.
Corey said that game was
What happened with that game?
I love astrology, man. You know how we did what we did last year with the whoring.
Oh goodness, man! If people
So
knew
yeah,
what we could do,
I be smacking them on Twitter. And
They don't even know.
People would just they
I love
see it, but
astrology.
they wouldn't be honorable. That's why I was like, I showed us, and then I was like, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's all you
Because
can post it, man. Yeah, I just said it and looked. I said, "Oh wow."
how many did we collectively predict accurately out of how many is the question?
Dog, I'm not gonna even front. We usually, like, I know you got at least like 4 out of 5 once, and probably the 4 out of 5 was because like we didn't see where one planet was throughout the day. We didn't look at the whole chart or something like that the whole day.
Gotcha.
And then, like, things transpired from my remembrance, but we got a
Yeah,
good bit
like that. And then me alone, I was like 10 for 12. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna chill on that, yo.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yup. Yeah, you was like, you were 10 for 12 just in your private practice. And I was like, bro, I told you, like, people would just want to I'm not going to say what it is. All I know is we're basically saying we're 80%.
Yeah.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying? Like
80%
Dag said, man,
accuracy.
Deep shoot.
We can do 80% accuracy with Hori. Are you serious? Collectively, as like being the astrology firm, guys. Yeah, we're so glad to have our zodiac constitution. That it is gambling is supremely against our zodiac constitution.
Right.
So I was just glad to share how accurate Hori astrology can be, even to the point where the only thing we did share publicly with Hori astrology is the phenomenal art stylings that you see coming from Brother Sean when he does his videos and or presentations. Audiovisual presentations is done with the same laptop we had cast the Hori chart on in the first place to decide if he should get it or not. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? My baby Isis, love you.
It was down to how much bread he needed to, like,
yeah, bro. Like,
yeah. I think I was what, $48, 48 units off.
Yes, indeed.
Stephen Curry is.
I'm saying Steph Curry on the center and the Astro and in the kitchen. Man,
y'all are hilarious, man. Y'all hilarious. All right,
he's the Astro baller.
Oh, it's supposed to be me. It's me next. Okay, I'm yielding the floor to myself. Then y'all are hilarious, man. It's dumb, but yeah. I mean, however, yeah, Hori is amazing. Like when we was like, hey, yo, brother Benjamin ain't respond yet, man. We've been going off all day, right? This was a couple of cycles ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cast a Hori chart. Let's see where bro is. And I was like, I think he's resting. Like he's out.
He's retarded.
And lo and behold, when he finally came, he was like, bruh, man, I feel so much better. I had to get that rest. like we knew it. He was like, y'all cast a Hori on me.
Yeah, I told April, I was like, oh my God, that's never happened. I was like, oh, it really was like speaking about I'm here, and I was really there too. I was like, whoa, it was like Scorpio's here, Leo's here, here's the moon. I was like, dang. I was just scrolling down. It was like, wow, but it was like love on like another level for sure. Like no doubt.
Love. He was like, bro, all right,
like, you know what?
Hori
like,
question mark. It's always Hori question mark.
It's the Hori.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
All right. So I got a solar ascending conjunction at 6 degrees Taurus 10 minutes at 0600 hours, 18 minutes, and 40 seconds for the 26th April, 2022. That is Eloah Hamael or Samael for Mars Day, right? That's Tuesday, even though it's still reading for Moon Day here. It's just because the sun hasn't technically passed the ascendant yet. So that's the only reason why. However, with that being said, you all, we can clearly see that, again, we're going to have where's Venus? She is actually in the 12th house, all righty. Still in her exaltation sign, just about 4 degrees, 5 minutes from her exaltation degree. And with everyone that is, comfortable in Pisces, she's exalted. Neptune and Jupiter are dominant there. So Jupiter's ruling with Neptune co-ruling this year. And it's just really an awesome sunrise here, guys, where you're going to be experiencing some awesome. Like, guys, you're gonna almost be feeling like I'm going to do what I just finished dreaming about. So you guys come up with some kind of innovative idea, some way to really expand the beauty in some institution that you think will really solve some things based off a wounded healing experience of your own. Then yeah, bring out that beautiful pleasure in your relationship so that you can really allow, interestingly, not only Jupiter and Neptune with an exalted Venus all in Pisces ruling the 12th. However, Mars is in on the action also, while under the dispositorship of Saturn. All righty. So we're actually allowing ourselves to really be active in how we're coming forward and disciplining ourselves. And we're going to actually find ways of sharing what it is that we have within ourselves, more or less, not, more or less actually in the body communication. The way you do what you do, you may find those that you are around actually learning from you. Even people will value the way that you do things when you go to do whatever endeavors it is that you do to be able to have compensation for your entrepreneurial endeavors, or you may be one who's getting pecuniary compensation from being an employee. You will find those at those respective activities. You will find someone that will actually learn more from what you do than actually what you say. Interestingly, look, Mercury's there in the first house, rising after the Sun, Uranus, and the North Node. So yeah, when it comes to the communication, even though Mercury is ahead 20 degrees, 6 minutes of the Sun, just 6 degrees away from where it's going to actually go retrograde. It just really just goes to show that when it comes to the communication, their people's thinking is really in the forefront, even though it may not be outright forwardly spoken. It is definitely there heading everything, because Mercury's ahead of all the planets right now. Mercury really is in the first house, where it has its joy at the helm, really ahead of all the planets. Mercury's really leading on there. So yeah, the way language is communicated, spoken and unspoken, it is definitely being recorded and implemented, actually, by those that may secretly admire you. See, 12th house, secret admiration, Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune in 12 in Pisces. All right. So I'm going to go to my one and only testimony here for the 26th. All righty. I have a lunar Uranian sextile here, guys. Lunar Uranian sextile. All right. And that lunar Uranian sextile is happening about an hour and 18 minutes after sunrise here. All righty. At 0700, 39 minutes and 16 seconds. Luna's here, okay, guys, in Pisces at 14 degrees Pisces, 17 minutes, alrighty, being under the dispositorship of Saturn, of course, still within the astrological area from 22 to 28 degrees Aquarius. We actually see that we have the people's mindset really standing on the institution pertaining to astrology. I mean, just the people are just really not even stuck between what they find themselves inheriting and the way to relate the beauty in which they see that. The people are really allowing their subconscious mind to be sandwiched between the energies that are both active and receptive, projective and receptive, while all under the dispositorship of Saturn within its second sign that it rules, therefore bringing out the values that will bring some innovation to the way things have been initiated essentially. However, now we're able to actively secure the beauty in our status with astrology, with technology. All right? Let that knowledge pour on out into your head, into your stomach, and into your kidneys. See, I just went from Mars, Moon, and Venus. Right? So that you, when you speak, right, you'll be able to reproduce a secure means for others to comprehend and actively support that which you're actually standing on. All right. Any questions, comments, and/or suggestions from my bros on that one before I yield the floor completely to Brother Terrell, Tamari Bey? Going once.
All is well.
Going twice. Going thrice. And our beloved brother in whom we are well pleased, our Jimi Hendrix spirit-guided brother, Regulus Timesar Muhammad Bey. It's going to close us on out for the 27th. All righty. April 2022. And I yield the floor to him as I bring up the next solar ascendant conjunction, Islam, beloved brother.
Islam. All right. We're moving on to the 27th of April, 2022, 1442. Right. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're finding more beautified routines, and we're acting on it, right? Starting a new movement within ourselves, literally. So washing away those things that need to be washed away, and letting go of the things that need to be let go of, right? Starting the day's practical. Islam. All right, so we're going to move on to the moon conjunct Venus. So this happens before sunrise, which will be 40 minutes after midnight. That's interesting. So yeah, if you have clear skies where you are, you should definitely go stargazing. Even though most of the planets that you're used to, you want to see, so to speak, are below the horizon. However, there's still beautiful constellations you ought to see. Tons, actually. You may surprise yourself. Should be a great time to really just do something that connects you to nature through a very otherworldly way. So, just meditation, so to speak, like going, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't go outside and put your feet in the grass and possibly read some literature around this time. It's just doing something very unique and, connecting your body back to the earth foundation, with the things that you find beautiful or value, so to speak. And, I'm saying literature specifically because we have the moon in the third, Neptune's in the third. So we're taking there's something that we're indulging in, which would be literature specifically, something that we're reading that is, enhancing our mind. It's like a drug, but it's not. It's just you're getting high off words, literally.
And add to your wisdom, whole sign third, Placidus second. However, it's still resonating, beloved brothers. Islam,
right? So, really, going with, trusting your intuition, doing the things that you want to do at the moment that you have that impulsive thought, so to speak. Like you want to go bowling earlier this day, so to speak. So just do it because you've been wanting to do it for who knows how long. So, just trust it, trust yourself. Really be prudent, There's a lot of things that'll be coming out around this time too that may again be hidden, because Venus and the moon is pertaining to relationships and things that you value or people that you've been relating with, or what's going on in the home and how those relations may be, formulating differences or turmoils within the home. All of these things are, pretty much showing themselves around this time with the moon and Venus, 23 degrees Pisces. That's Markov. I think that's conjunct Markov, the fixed star. Markov. So yeah, that'll be very interesting. Yeah, moving on. Mercury is going to sextile Jupiter, right? And this is going to happen at 1:11, right? Interestingly enough. So yeah, Mercury's in the 5th, right? And Jupiter is in the 3rd, right? Yeah. And so this makes me think like there could be this could be the moment where like we've started to, you know, we're up and we have this creative impulse or drive, so to speak. And this makes me think of someone creating a curriculum for some school or their school. If you work for a school or daycare, you could be creating a program which will, you know, help assist the children learn more effectively. You know, you're bringing a more creative way of teaching to the children, so they're able to express their creative abilities more, you know, individually, because everyone is different. So we're finding out how to bring out everyone's creative ability with the exact same you know, object, so to speak, or topic, right? So it's giving them each child the ability to, you know, really express themselves creatively, helping them, you know, connect to that inner guru that they have, so to speak, you know. Very intellectual time here. Really establishing groundbreaking communicating that, like, you know, it's helping, you know, bridge the gap, so to speak, between the higher and lower, so to speak, those thought processes. So yeah, it's a very structured and practical way of going about it, instead of being disillusioned, so to speak. Right. Yeah, we can move on to the next aspect. The moon is going to conjunct Neptune. So this is where the illusion can display itself in a sense. However, it'll be you know, so the moon and Neptune is the 2nd. Right. So, you know, there'll just be a very, this is a good time to really rearrange and move what needs to be moved, so we aren't being, you know, blinded by certain emotions or disillusionments that may be, you know, happening around this time. Finances could be taking a bit of a toil based on how you've been spending, so you may want to be mindful of that, and really just basically be more practical on how you deal with your resources and things of that sort, and how you spend what you have, or how you know, take care of the things that are valuable to you, so to speak. That's pretty much coming out. That, like I said, this is like the spring cleaning energy too, so to speak. But it's not just spring cleaning; it's internal cleaning, so to speak. So yeah, really, you know, submit to your intuition and what really makes you feel good internally, and not just sensually, not just with your hands, like actual internal feeling, you know. So, you know, find that out, connect with it, right? We can move on. To moon conjunct Jupiter. Yeah. Right. Moon conjunct Jupiter. It's in the 11th. Yeah, so all that astrology is coming out, baby. So you could connect to it, you know, very established, sincere being, so to speak, a very guru who's very calm and serene, so to speak, that may connect with your dream that you may have, been formulating or creating within your mind, and you may just display this this message or this dream to some someone whom you may not know very well. However, they trust your sincerity. So, based on that, you could get something that may help you, establish that institution, or you may get that building that you've been waiting on. You may get that favorable reply based on, your sincerity. Also, a good time to really just go out into the community and look to expand within the local community. So like bringing other groups together or unique groups together, to formulate, again, some sort of, maybe a library to formulate for like children that's local, or, it could be looking to outreach to, foreign jurisdiction, so to speak, within that jurisdiction. So, just connecting to different localities to bring a unified aspect within the community. So all communities finding ways to really unify in a sense. And then you could also be seeing that a lot of things being changed within some sort of legislative things, so to speak, that has been decided. So it could be a lot of changes going around with those things that may have been decided. There could be a lot of things being turned around and changed. A lot of news coming out that's bringing out falsehood, so to speak, and it'll be beneficial based on the way you comprehend what it is that is communicated, right? Yeah, so just pay attention to what's happening around this energy. Then we're gonna move on to moon sextile Mercury, right? So the moon's in the 11th, right? And Mercury, it's in the, look at that. Mercury is funny. It's in the 12th. It's in the 12th, hugging that first house cusp, sort of, kind of 5 degrees, Yeah, so Hey, this is great. Yeah, so that just based off that energy with that moon conjunct Jupiter and then the moon sextile and Mercury, it's like, all right, so now we really this is really that opportunity, which is the sextile, to really be able to formulate, which would be the conjunction with moon and Jupiter. The moon would form, and Jupiter, you're forming with something higher than yourself, which would be Jupiter. And it's expanding, who you are in your mental processing, which would be, 12th house or Mercury, or 12th house and Mercury. So, it's a mental change here that's for the betterment of one's constitution. You know what you need rather than what is not helping, so to speak, right? How you speak to yourself, how with your diet, again, as I always say. It's not just what you eat, right? So that's really pretty much smacking you in the face here, right? So, just watch how you communicate and how you really connect to things that are outside of you, so to speak. How does it make you feel? Even though it may seem foreign to you, that's something you could ask yourself. And with that, is that my last aspect? I think, yeah. It is. Yeah. I'll yield the floor. Oh no, with Pluto. Oh no. That's not. Nope, it's not gonna happen.
Nah, you got 3 more.
Oh, damn.
Respectfully.
All right. Wait, let me see what I'm looking at. Don't tell me.
No, I got you. I think that's Pluto.
Okay, so this. Okay, right. Yeah, Moon and Pluto. Right? Yeah. Okay. And then I do. All right, so Moon in the 10th, in the 11th still. And Pluto in the 8th.
I think you were right on the 10th. You were right, because the 11th house cusp is in the Aries.
Islam, 15 degrees, you're right. Islam.
Yeah, you're right.
Interception. Yes. All right, so Moon in the 10th. Yeah, and Pluto's in the 8th. Okay. Huh. This is interesting. This is a very productive day. Right?
Cool.
Yeah, so we could be, really just reevaluating our trust, if we have a trust set up, or we could be setting up a trust around this time, or really just finding out the best way to utilize our finances, if we have joint accounts with the mate, someone specifically, or if you're connected with if you're some secretary or accountant for some bits for someone specifically, in charge of someone else's finances, there may be a bit of some tension here that may bring about, it could be productive change or detrimental change based on, one's reaction to the situation. So, we could really just be looking to polishing your character, so to speak here. Because, we're dealing with the 10th house and that's your status. So, you're really just, doing what's best for you and for others. And you're removing what needs to be removed. Again, as I said, with that Pluto's going to transform or, release what needs to be released. And then the Moon is, formulating what needs to be released, or it's forming. It's always making things physical, bringing the matter to the world, right? So with the squares, with the sextile, it's like there's this chance to wash away what needs to be washed, so to speak. We're washing our minds here, right? And then this is the last aspect that the Moon makes. And it goes void for 2 hours and 34 minutes. 2:34.
Yeah. You're exactly correct.
2:34, right?
That's a 9.
Right. That's happening at 935 minutes. So you want to be mindful, not to really spend your notes around that time. The Moon will transit into Aries at 9 minutes after noon, or 9 minutes after noon. 9 minutes after noon. 40 seconds to be exact. Moon's in the 9th. Yeah, Moon's in the 9th. So, yeah, just really connecting with your intuitive knowledge. You know who you are. So it's like now you're going to basically stand on that principle and effectuate it and vitalize yourself and others, effectively without being afraid to roar, so it's really,
right.
Because you're being the Aries is going to try the lion, right? So you have courage to really speak from your heart. Right. Oh man, and that's just how it's gonna go. Islam. And then we have Venus going to do her thing with Neptune, the 7th house. So they're gonna conjunct at 15:11 in the 7th house. Wait. Did somebody say? Okay.
Should I do it? Okay. Love, so many things I gotta tell you.
But I'm afraid I don't know how. Cause there's a possibility that you'll look at me different than love.
That's it. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
You know what I
When the
mean?
seventh house aspect hit, we changed our face.
Islam.
Shout out
Are
to
we
Taurus
ending? Or are we?
and
Is this a
Scorpio.
divorce or a marriage?
Y'all are hilarious.
Is this a divorce or a
Goodness
marriage? I see both.
Or divorce court.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm sorry. MaryWayJWCOULTY love. That's the right one instead of the first one.
Yeah, I think they both fit. They both fit.
Okay.
You know, because we don't know. It depends on how it's happening in their chart. You know what I mean? A little bit. You know, could be.
So the theme album for this transit is Music Soul Child. I yield the floor.
Or we're gonna sing Buddy. Bum, bum, da, da.
Hey, yo.
Really?
It's
That's it, man. That's it.
If you might be you, DDY.
yo.
Tell me shot, give it a try.
You walking away.
I know, right?
As he descends, you're hilarious.
Y'all hilarious, man. All right, I yield.
It's not, man. But yeah, that sums it up. You know, paint night with your lover, cuddles. You know, Brother Benjamin said Titanic. This is the Titanic moment. You know, I like Titanic though. That's my favorite movie. That's what
you probably liked when everybody had to jump ship out the relationship.
Oh my God, Brother Sean.
He has no chill.
Nah, I yield.
Oh my goodness.
But it's funny.
You only like when they was about to die, don't you?
You said Leonardo DiCaprio with it, huh? No.
It's live, man. Yeah. So, you know, just as much as that, you know, also be mindful of the illusions. Don't blind yourself. Don't put a blindfold on trying to swing a sword. Right?
Islam.
That would be harmful to yourself and anyone around you. You know, with that, I'll yield the floor. I think you've had enough of us today. Islam.
Okay, 7HealStar, that's enough for today instead of, okay, Mr. West.
Y'all are hilarious, right? I love my bros. Because we like, guys, we just really get to see, for me, I get to actually see everyone's sense of humor. So it's like, I think that's the greatest thing about, you know, brotherhood, because you get to allow everyone to, you know, be themselves. And, you know, a lot of times the planet out there ultimately doesn't practice accepting people for who they are, because it's a commercialized idea that's bombarding the people's minds constantly. So it's like people are looking to be the commercial standard instead of being the natural standard, so to speak, or just being their overall constitution. So, you know, that's what you get when you get 7HealStar. You know, you get the natal chart, you know, in action. However, you're also getting the progress chart in action and other levels of particular quote unquote astrology in action, right? So be active and go to 7HealStar.com, right? Welcome to 7HealStar.com. Subscribe now to receive free weekly gifts and study materials directly to your inbox. Like you guys are going to receive tomorrow. You'll be receiving the notice for this, as well as the other things that we have going on there from our Intuition Monday with our magnificent and beloved brothers, Sean, Alim, L, and Benjamin Bey. When you receive that email, you got to go on and subscribe. You will not be disappointed. All righty. And let me exit on out of that, guys. And remember, why am I actually even coming here? Not just to show off the website, because that's not what we do. But you guys already know we have pro bono choices for you all. When you want to just go and catch your chart for yourself, as you want to do your own self studies, we at least provide an option via the Astro Charts wizard. So this is the 7HealStar natal chart calculator, courtesy of Astro Charts. All righty. We are not, doing any business with astral charts outside of just, voluntarily putting their widget there for you all. You go any further past just doing your, casting a chart for you to see. Any further business with them, clicking further into that, you will be doing business with astro charts and not with 7HealStar. I am not a throat cutter. I'm just letting you know and giving you full disclosure where you would be continuing your journey if you go past just that. However, you're just casting your chart and you just see your chart. You're like, okay, well, let me finish checking out 7HealStar. Then, guys, there's more pro bono choices there. And it's just the 3 here, right? These 2, which is the Astrology Street with Brother Hasan title sequence and 7HealStar Astro Study poster, pale. And we say pale because it's black, because black denotes pale. All right, check that etymology. 7HealStar zodiacal releasing dimensions, space/space cycles. Study poster, all righty. So those are free downloads as well as the annual perfections cycle study sheets also, all righty. That is a free download as well. The Little Starseeds AstroLiteracy set, yes, it is 30 units because I print those myself by the order. I'm going to actually soon do some pre's because I just had a set go out. So I'm going to go and print 2 more sets just to have them ahead. I might actually do a little something for you guys in a few, I'm not sure. If not today, maybe in a few days, right? And we'll see. Get you guys to start getting some of these things that I actually make physically. I actually have some astrolabes going out. So shout out to a good brother out there that ordered the astrolabe. I guess I'll show that before we go also, the astrolabe. So, I'm pretty sure people will start getting more of them. I'm actually going to, make a few more just because I really like crafting things. However, guys, also there too, we have an astro calendar available. The collective astro calendar that we're going over, we have there for 36 units in lieu of lawful money. As you can see, the 7HealStar astro calendar for March Aries 2022 to February Pisces 2023. So you see, if you was to click there, you can go and get the calendar. It's just a PDF. All right. You'll be able to get that PDF. 36 units in lieu of lawful money. You will not be disappointed. All right. And it is showing where the sun ingresses were from last year when we look for the sun ingresses. And I left those there so you guys can actually see, that the sun doesn't ingress a sign at the same time. So I want you guys to enjoy that bit that is there. All right. So let's go back on home. All right. And remember, we are 7HealStar Astrology certified. So we are Moorish American certified professional astrologers. All right. And bringing it on down to why do we do this? First of all, we have and keep, while being pure heart, being sincere intent, being love, being honor, keeping Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the forefront pertaining to our minds. We're here actually every Odin's Day, Woden's Day, Wednesday. So you guys can hear us give this community service. We actually do community service every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in doing this presentation. You guys can, if you choose, based on your own self-determination, your personal full year 7HealStar astro calendar and transit report from whatever day you order it we'll do from that day that you order. So you order today, we'll give you 365 days. All right, you'll get a full calendar and transit reports that correspond. And it will be based on your personal natal chart and the transits that are to occur for a year. So you can see your year ahead. All righty. So you're getting 365 days worth of transits and corresponding calendar for under 50 cents per day, so to speak. However, you are to transact in full your elementary tuition and studying yourself 180 units in lieu of lawful money. Provided you would like to send 180 dimes minted pre-1965 that are silver, we can discuss that also. All right. So with that being said, you all, don't forget about the different things that we provide there. I know most people are like, why you're an astrologer? Why would you put something about audio? Guys, come on. We do audio and video. You seen our social medias? Like we really enjoy doing these things. Mental Magician Report. Give Brother Sean There's the music soul child, right? So Brother Sean,
For the people.
I know, right? Brother Sean's mental magician report, guys, give him about 24 to 72 hours to put it together, right? You know, and you'll be able, I'm saying there, I'm guessing, you know, you'll be able to read it in an hour, so to speak. Not actually guessing, you're actually going to take more than an hour. It's really generous for him to say you're going to take an hour on it. But we put that there just so that, because, you know, the website says put something because it's a timed appointment. But, you know, he gives full disclosure on how long it would take when you guys want to get at it. But I'm guaranteeing you're going to try to read it in an hour, but it's going to take you down a rabbit hole of self-study with the Mental Magician Report. Currently still at 99 units in lieu of lawful money for the eligibility tuition for that. Because this brother's report is not just something coming from a computer. I actually pride myself in making sure that my brothers are clear on how to write their own reports without relying on software. All right. So with that being said, at least the software's report, so to speak, right? Because those things to us are receipts. Anyway, Brother Jaguar Solar, right? Mirror AstroLiteracy course, 3 hours for 153 units in lieu of lawful money. Same for the Astro Core Mirror AstroLiteracy course also for the Mirror session for 3 hours. All righty, and that is 153 units in lieu of lawful money, straight up in full, no payment plans, unless these brothers say that on their own. However, guys, considering that we are actually, the Mirror session is actually worth 990 units in lieu of lawful money because we are worth $330 per hour. However, we are not here to fleece the people and rob the people. That's not what we do. However, we are servants worthy of our hire. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your brothers that are bringing this to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are at least sustaining their health by being able to have the things necessary for them to do so. All right? Islam. And for me, it's just the Mirror AstroLiteracy session. Also, you guys know that is my go-to specialty, so to speak, if people want to look at it like that. So I and my brothers are all 7HealStar.com astrology certified, so to speak. Right? We are certified professional astrologers, and we actually are Mirror AstroLiteracy course AstroCivics. All righty, and making sure that it is in harmony with the Holy Koran. When you open it up and see the introduction, it says, "Man, know thyself, and thy Father God Allah. Mind, know yourself, and your process which mother chose to call upon all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac." All righty. You know, people like, I want my whole mind. What's my purpose reading? Because it's cheaper. I'm going to suggest, not because it's, 42 units more. However, I'm going to suggest that you get the Mirror. Guys, you come to 7HealStar, get your Mirror session first. Seriously. Because you get that Mirror session, then you'll really get everything after that. You'll be like, oh, you know what? I think I want a session with me and my wife now. What you call it? Synastry? You guys think why we didn't put, there's so many other reports and other types of sessions we can do. We'll put them up. I know we will. I'm just really looking at how you guys are doing with these here, but we'll put up more options soon.
Islam, not to cut your wisdom, but I'm actually working on my flyer to bring some more reports out. So either dropping out today or tomorrow for the Jupiter day. But yes, more reports are on the way. Islam.
And
the energy healer, yeah.
Indeed, very appreciative. I am. So with that being said, we are going to yield the floor here, guys. I know also that we do have, classes and things of that nature. You guys already know. You guys want to get your hands on these workshops. You will not be disappointed. Just go to 7HealStar.com and check out the classes that we have that are archived. All right, and I'll give you guys access to them. All right. Now you get an invoice every time you order some things here, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to transact through anything except Cash App anyway. And it gives you instructions. We have this set up a certain way so that people can actually get in contact, with me, so I can speak with you and give you further full disclosure. We stand in honor always, all righty, provided that people are not sensitive in a harmful fashion, so to speak, always in victim mode. All righty, so make sure that you're clear in what it is that we provide, because we're giving you guys full disclosure. So, sometimes people come to astrologers expecting us to have a crystal ball. And it's like, where did you see that in the advertisement? Oh, you're talking about the horary astrology the horary astrology thing that we did. Yeah, that's Magic 8-Ball astrology. It's called horary. Yeah, that's why we called it that. It's kind of funny, but we called it the Magi Infinity Sphere. All right. Because we're having fun. However, we're using that conceptually to say, horary astrology is just like shaking the magic. You're asking a question, shaking the magic 8-ball, and then getting your reply. That's how I like to look at horary astrology, because it's fun that way. It's so fun. All right. Any other questions, comments, and/or suggestions from my beloved brothers, my magnificent brothers, in whom I am well pleased? Going once, going twice.
No. They shall be fine.
Bam bam bilam, bam 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 bilam bam bam bilam bilam bam bam bilam bilam bam bam. You want bam. Yeah, I didn't even know Moroccan Moor could beatbox, did you? Bam bam bilam bilam bam. I know, right? Got to get Moroccan Moor new fez together, man. I got all those materials over there, man. I got so much like drawing and cutting and measuring first, of course, to do, right? So anyhow, with that being said, right? Be yourselves and donate. Islam to my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased. Brother Benjamin, I know you're traveling. Brother Sean, thank you so much. I have to now do all this post-production stuff, right? Before the sun goes down and I go to eat. That's why I've been enjoying this said Ramadan, man, because I've been able to be very productive. I noticed by me not eating and just drinking water while the sun is up, my mind is so clear and just pop, just really sharp on a lot of things, man. And I'm just really noticing a difference to the point where it's like, I think I'm really enjoying the discipline. Like, because I'm just really seeing how it's just, oh man, it's so beneficial to the mind and body. And I really feel like I'm just clearing out a lot of things, just detoxifying also physically, as well as, spiritually speaking, too. So other than that, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, thank you all so much. I love my brother. Y'all travel safely. Namaste. 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 Islam, 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 you all. Peace.
Islam, Brother Benjamin. Yes.
Put some Brother Corey sprinkles on it.